Hey, what's going on, y'all? Composer Killer Bridget here. Just gonna be talking. Actually, gonna be talking about movies mainly. We might hop into some actual games of Fortnite. Not sure yet, but for the most part, I'm gonna be talking with you guys, talk with the chat. Um, and yeah, so just talking about like films, 2025. No, we really missed that. Hold on. There we go. Just stuff like that. Man, it's hard to talk when I'm focusing on this, but yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the Fantastic Four. So I want to also caution that there will be some spoilers for sure. So spoiler warning, there will be spoilers. Fantastic Four, I liked it. I'm excited for Doomsday, and I'm hoping that there's other Fantastic Four movies. This one was really good. It was a super solid film. The characters were great. I mean, it was just it was a good movie. Galactus was awesome, especially when you first see him. You go into his ship, and he's just so big and so awesome. You know what I mean? It was just so cool. And they really did good with him. So that was really cool, but I liked it, Superman was great too. Superman, I might have liked a little more, but I don't know, because I don't want to say that, because it's like Fantastic Four was great. Fantastic Four was really, really good. But Superman was also really, really good. But you know what else was pretty good? Now, I wouldn't say it's up with them. But, the Thunderbolts I thought was great. The Thunderbolts, I left the theater, just, wanting more. You know what I mean? And I was like, that was a really good movie. And it kind of, made me think of almost like an early 2000s, but not super early 2000s. I don't know, a little bit of an early 2000s, but a little bit of an Age of Ultron kind of vibe. Now, personally, I liked Age of Ultron. I understand that, of course, Ultron maybe wasn't quite as, it wasn't, not everything is super comic accurate, which sucks, right? I understand that. But for the most part, I enjoyed Age of Ultron. I was at one of those ages where I didn't feel as strongly about comic book accuracy as I do now. There's times where, with Thor: Love and Thunder, there was definitely some things that, they could have done. They really could have, and they didn't, and that made me mad. But there's other times where they're a lot more accurate with what's going on, and of course, design being a big thing. I mean, a lot of people like to look at X-Men Apocalypse when it comes to design and accuracy and stuff like that, or at least I do. And that's not that's not a terrible X-Men movie either. I mean, it's all right, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, the Thunderbolts felt like it was just good. It was a good movie. It had a good mix of everything in it. You know what I mean? Little action, little suspense. Had some darker tones to it, which I did enjoy, personally. Wait, hold up. Wait, no, stop, wait. Am I missing something here? No? This will be a tough one. Can I wait? Hold on. No, wait. Ha ha ha. Anyway. But yeah, Thunderbolts was good. I like Thunderbolts. Had a good mix of everything, good story. They did great with Void, making him like super overpowered and stuff. It's really awesome. So that was good. Superman, ended up seeing that one twice. Once with my brother, the other one with my grandpa, and yeah, and even like the slower, more I guess just talkative parts of Superman weren't like terrible. You know what I mean? Because obviously like the other half of it's more interesting than the first one, I guess, but you know what I mean? Because there's definitely times where it's a little bit like, where it's a little slow, but it's still interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's still, like, there's still stuff going on. Like, there's still stuff thrown in, that's interesting, I guess. That's what I can say. Because it's like you have that, like, I guess, Lois Lane and Clark Kent or Superman, kind of having an interview scene and stuff around that and stuff was a little bit like, maybe not the most entertaining thing, but it's also cool to see it. And it was pretty well written because you had some other acting with like emotion within the voice, also pointing out like Superman, he might be called a meta-human, meta-hero, or an alien, as he was referred to many times in the movie. But it's like, hey man, I'm just as human as the next guy, kind of thing, right? He's experiencing these emotions to a certain point. And so I think that scene was important. When you really think about James Gunn's version of Superman, which he did a fantastic job, as he always does with his stuff. And I kind of grew up with James Gunn watching, Super, and even, what's it, movie 43? Let's see what else he did. What's the other one? It's sort of like the X-Men, and it's a superhero movie. That one, it's all right. You know what I mean? I'm not like huge on it, but there's that one. There's PG Porno, of course. Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad, which of course was great. But I'm just saying, he's a funny guy. He loves superheroes. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. What? What you got? Huh? What? You tell me I gotta shoot them little, like... See how there's some little, like, are those little targets? What is... Wait. Oh, I guess you just had to do the... Okay, never mind. But, yeah. So, superhero movies are good. What else was good? Life of Chuck. Let's talk about that. Kind of a different movie. Probably not going to be everyone's cup of tea. But I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. At first, I saw it because... Well, I mean, I thought it looked interesting. I didn't really know much about it. And there was sort of a little joke kind of ongoing with it where there's certain movies like, I don't know, I guess sort of like that I like. But my mom was like, man, I bet, like, she like was like, that looks like a you kind of movie, but it was sort of like a... I guess it's sort of an inside joke. But anyway, there was kind of an inside joke about it. And my mom was like, I bet you're gonna, like, that just seems like a movie that you're gonna probably really enjoy. I guess just kind of and I know you're thinking, like, that doesn't really sound like an inside joke, like, I don't really get it. But I guess that's what makes it an inside joke. But it's pretty much just a thing with like sort of movies like that. Um, I guess ones that could be considered a little more maybe thought provoking, or kind of not necessarily thought provoking, but um, I don't know, just kind of have a thing like that movie had. You know, tend to enjoy. I guess I don't know. It's just a little whatever. Anyway, watched it. Oh, all right. So can't reload. Oh, there we go. Anyway, Life Chuck's good, so I'll check it out. It's a movie that's in reverse, but it has like a solid message, and it's one of those ones where it's like it's a message that you hear a lot. Kind of doesn't really get like it's one of those kind of ageless messages, but even though it feels like kind of an old message, it's still kind of relevant and pretty true. And it's pretty much that you only have one life, pretty much. So like make the most of it, like take risks. Who cares what people think, kind of thing, sort of. But the way that it tells that is just cool. It's in a neat way, and I enjoyed it. And I you know, of course, going into it, figured I could. And at first, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't sure. The first maybe 20-ish, 30 minutes, like the first part, I guess, because it's like a 4-parter, or not a 4-part. It's like a 3-part, well, 3 or 4 parts to the movie. But the first part, it ends very interestingly. And that's where I started getting intrigued, because at first I'm like, oh, I hope, like, this changes pace a little bit. And it did, and it, you know, so you gotta kind of give it a second. But it's a solid film. Now, personally, and I know it's like I just talked about, like, Life of Chuck, which was, I guess, you know, and I could say I don't remember there being, I mean, there wasn't, like, any nudity or really a whole lot of language or anything too crazy in it. But I guess that could be considered more of like an adult movie, but not because of the content, but maybe because like I couldn't see. There's definitely like I wouldn't have enjoyed it at a certain age. Is what I'm saying. But this next movie, so I'm about to talk about the Minecraft movie. I enjoyed it. I've seen it 5 times. I actually have the Steelbook. I got it for my birthday. But I like the Minecraft movie. It was, you know, and I get it wasn't, like, I understand, you know, it's gotten some, you know, a little bit of backlash, and I think Watch Mojo put it in as one of the worst to come out of 2025, which I strongly disagree with, because, you know what, it was funny, it was playful, I enjoyed it, cracked me up, man, I thought it was good. I really liked it. The end. You know what I mean? Like I said, seen it 5 times already. So for me, I don't know, I liked it. And it's just like a fun movie. It's fun. It's kind of dumb. It's, you know, not meant to be taken seriously. It's just a fun movie, you know? And it's like a, you know what I mean? Like it's definitely a movie that I could picture myself watching definitely more than once. And I already have, but you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely one I could, like, it's one of those movies I feel like if, like, I wasn't in, like, I was, like, homesick from school or something. But I wanted kind of a good laugh, or I wanted something to kind of like cheer me. Like that's definitely like one of those picks. And even though it's not as funny, because this is gonna sound crazy, like the rank I'm about to put this in, but there's certain movies to me that are like The Other Guys, or I'm trying to think what else. Like do you ever just like you just home alone? And it's just you for like a little while, and there's times where it's like you want to watch something like Superbad, or like just kind of one of those movies like I could put on and I can laugh at, I can just enjoy myself, like in any given stage or emotion in time kind of thing. Like, does that make sense? Obviously, it's not as good as Superbad, and it's not as near as funny as Superbad, so I don't know why I use that as an example. I mean, obviously, The Other Guys is like a classic, and that's, but I'm just kind of using these as examples. Like, there's certain movies where, like, if they're on, you know what I mean? Like, I could go to bed watching it. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of one of those kind of movies where they're it's just like, that's how I feel about it, you know what I mean? It's enjoyable. It's something I can just kind of have on in the background if I wanted to. But at the same time, it's also something I would sit down and watch too, and enjoy, and watch the whole thing. Let's see here, 2025 movies. What else have I really enjoyed? F1 was pretty good. Honestly liked that more than I thought I would. The intro was honestly probably my favorite. I mean, there's some cool parts in it, but the intro was just really cool to me. And particularly, that was probably my favorite part, was the very, very beginning, because the sequences and everything. First off, the technical stuff, like the filming of it, but then also the music choices. I mean, you had A Whole Lot of Love, and then what else was in there? There's some good songs in there. In that movie, especially towards the beginning. And for me, I'm a, whether it's a score or like actual just putting songs in a movie, you put some good stuff in there. Heck yeah, man. You know what I mean? But so there's some good music in that movie. But yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Let's see. I honestly didn't mind Elio either. I thought Elio was alright. I mean, it wasn't like great, but it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? I wasn't just like, hey, I didn't care for it. I actually kind of did. Like, I'd probably maybe get it on DVD. I don't know though. That's like one of those movies where it's like, I'm not quite sure, but it wasn't bad. One movie that I hope gets on DVD though, I don't know if it will, but Happy Gilmore 2, I think would be nice to get on DVD. So I'm hoping that comes out on DVD at some point. So I know Netflix has done that before, and with certain things, and that's just one of them that's like, well, it'd be nice to have on DVD. Oh. I'm so confused. Is anybody, like, also confused by this? Oh. Ah! Stop. But yeah, Happy Gilmore 2 is pretty good. A lot of cameos. It was pretty funny, besides, like, it was, like, mildly sad, I guess, but other than that, I mean, not terrible. Pretty good. Definitely one of the better Adam Sandler movies we had, but I will say this, I did like The Spaceman. And it was kind of a weird movie, and it was kind of an odd movie, I guess, for Adam Sandler. But truthfully speaking, I really did enjoy The Spaceman. It was, you know what I mean? It was just different, and and it kind of threw me for a loop, but at the end of the day, that was a movie that I enjoyed. So yeah, let me think what else I really did like, though. I saw The Phoenician Scheme, and there was things I liked. Like the thing with my thing with my relationship with Wes Anderson is it's like the way that it's like just his more of just his creativity with like budget or like sets what he shoots on, or like not what he shoots on, but like what, I guess, yeah, like what he has things being shot on. Like his vision, I like, but just his storylines have never been big. Now I'm gonna say I haven't seen the big, the big, and I've seen I like the Fantastic Mr. Fox. Rushmore I haven't seen. I think I've seen, didn't he do Bottle Rockets or something like that? Wasn't that a movie? I'm pretty sure, or it's either I've seen Rushmore and didn't see Bottle, but I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, I've seen one of his earlier like comedy movies. Anyway, I haven't seen Grand Budapest Hotel, but I own it. Like I have a DVD. I have the Criterion collections of his stuff. But I haven't watched it, and Life Aquatic, and I know that those are big films, so definitely have to check those out. But I don't know, like I saw the Phoenician Scheme, it wasn't bad necessarily, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me. I saw Asteroid City, and there's things I like about those movies, but there's just also things I don't like. I think it's just, I don't know. Like, okay, like in Phoenician Scheme, right? There's a little scene where some guys like play basketball or whatever. And to me, just that scene as a whole was kind of clever. It was funny. There's things that he does. There's things I really like about Wes Anderson, and there's things I just don't really connect with too much. Or I just don't really understand. I don't fully get it, I guess. But I'll definitely watch more of his films. Like, I'm down to watch his stuff, but I'm not, like, but I don't know. It just wasn't, I don't know, just didn't care for it, I guess. Just really wasn't for me. Oh. What else I saw this. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna be honest with you. The new Jurassic World didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. It was like, understand, like those movies, aren't super realistic. But that one was way, way too unrealistic. And it was just like there was just scenes in it that I found very stupid, and they really bothered me. And a lot of people were like, oh, it's so great. People were saying it was better than Superman. No, it's not. It's not better than Superman. Just saying, it really isn't. I mean, let's be like, if we really think about it here, it's not better than Superman. The new Jurassic World, I thought was just unrealistic. Like, there were scenes in it where you're like, oh, where at least I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Oh, come on. There's no absolute way. And I understand that this is a movie and that it's fake, but can we at least, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, think about, like, the first Alien. There's some unrealistic things in that movie, like, from a reality standpoint, but then it's kind of like, but if this really happened, like, if you were in this situation, some of the stuff that you're seeing probably would happen. That's what I mean by it. Like, if there was actually dinosaurs, like, you're in a situation, they're not just gonna be like, yeah, I'm done, and just, like, wander off. Or whatever they had, like, going on in this movie. Right? Like, that's not how dinosaurs are. And no, have I ever been with a dinosaur? No, but I can tell you that, like, them things will eat, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no way they're just gonna be like, I'm done. Or, like, somehow, it's like, I don't know, there's just too many people made it out alive. Put it that way. That's how I felt about it. There was too many situations where you wouldn't have made it, and characters did, and then I was thinking, oh, just come on, just eat the you know what I mean? And wasn't it supposed to be rated R? Like, wasn't it supposed to be this, the dinosaurs pretty much win kind of movie? And that's honestly sort of what I was kind of looking forward to. So I'd rather have this crazy dinosaur movie than what came out of it. And I just personally didn't enjoy it. But I kind of think it's crazy when people are like, oh yeah, it was way better than Superman. I'm just like, no. Now it's like I like the first Jurassic Park, right? The original one. Yeah, solid movie, good movie, right? The first Jurassic World, I really like it, honestly. Chris Pratt, I like that one. The other ones with Chris Pratt, I didn't really care for. Yeah, the Jurassic Park movies are alright, they're pretty good. But just this one, I just couldn't get down with. Just, I don't know. Didn't do it for me. I just really didn't like it. But, you know, that's just my opinion. The Materialist was also a movie I didn't like either. It's very boring. It's very repetitive. Just overall, not for me. The new Lilo and Stitch remake was pretty good. The movie Ballerina was, action-packed. It's alright, yeah. So it's pretty much that. I can't think of anything else that I've really seen. I'm just trying to think here. If there's any other Netflix movies or anything like this, like Happy Gilmore. I will say though, I was a little bit disappointed with the movie Becoming Led Zeppelin, or not really movie, I guess documentary movie thing. It just, I don't know. I guess I thought it was gonna be better, but it wasn't. Like, I don't know. It just, I guess it was interesting, some of it, but I don't know. I was just expecting something kind of better, I guess. I'm a, I wouldn't say I'm like a big documentary guy. Like, I own a fair amount of documentaries, especially music ones, and stuff like that. Like music and film documentaries. You know what I mean? That's my jam. I used to watch a documentary maybe twice a month. It's been a minute since well, that's not true. Because I recently watched, what did I watch? It was like a comic book one, actually. It had nothing to do with like film or music, but it was one on, what's his name? It was about like an illustrator or something that I put on. It was pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't big on Becoming Led Zeppelin. Let's see, man. Pretty much everything on the old list. Oh. But I will say it's nice to see that superhero movies are kind of making a good comeback. Because, okay, like Deadpool Wolverine was good. I enjoyed that. I think we all did, though. Then it was like you had Captain America Brave New World. What? Boring. And then let's have Red Hulk. For what? Maybe, how long was he up in there? 3 minutes? After they, just advertised the crap out of him. Like he was going to be some big deal in the movie, and he was barely in it. And it was just kind of a boring movie. Like, I'm sorry, but it was just like did anybody really care? Like, about anything in that movie? Like, it just, like, there was a few scenes, like that one where that, like, the dude, goes like crazy because like someone's controlling him, and there's like that little shootout scene. Like, that was interesting. The battle with Red Hulk wasn't even that great. Like, it just wasn't good. Like, I was like literally, I was sitting there like, wow, this is not. So, but you know what I'm saying. But like, at least everything else, like I said, the Thunderbolts, Superman, Fantastic Four, and it's just like, it's nice to see that, because I get nervous watching superhero movies now. Even seriously, even when Deadpool Wolverine, was out. I was nervous. I'm thinking, please don't mess this one up. Please don't mess this one up. And they did. I mean, that was a good movie. But, but it is nice that the superhero movies go in the right direction, and I hope that when Doomsday does come out, that it's great. Because, I mean, the Avengers movies are good. I mean, they really are. You know what I mean? And I know Ultron gets, hate, but for me, I have some sentimental value with that one, too. And also at the time when I was younger, I had like a few Ultron or comic books with Ultron, so I knew who he was, and that would excite me when I knew who the villain was, even if I didn't know so much comic accuracy to him. But it was like that was exciting for me and stuff, and it was just like I just have good memories going to see that movie and things like that. And then I even have good memories after the movie, and even when the movie came out, like I just have a lot of good memories that are surrounded around that movie, so I have, more sentimental value. I mean, the first Avengers is alright. Like, it has some good scenes. It's a little boring at times. Like, it's kind of slow at times, but it's not terrible. But what I'm saying basically is that, in my opinion and in my heart, the Avengers movies are good. They're good movies. They're great, really. I mean, you could put that. I mean, Infinity War, love Infinity War. I like Infinity War just a tad bit more than Endgame. Because Infinity War is just, I don't know, there's just something about Infinity War. I just love it. Like, I really, really love Infinity War. A lot. I used to watch that, man. I used to pop that DVD in all the time. When I got that on DVD, I think I got that for, I don't know if it was like, I don't remember if I just straight up bought it. What is this? Yeah, I don't remember if I bought it like immediately when it came out or what, but I remember when Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out, I was at Best Buy and I got it there. I'm trying to think where I got, or when I would have, I don't know. I feel like I got Infinity War at like Books A Million or something. Or like kind of a store that wasn't like a usual one that I'd buy DVDs from. But I don't remember. I get it now. Oh, it's right and then left? Yeah. Right, left. And then I guess with other movies coming out and stuff. Bruh. What? So when am I seeing it? It's on Monday. I'm seeing Bad Guys 2. First one was great. Really enjoyed it. That one I watched, I don't remember what made me want to watch it, to be honest, because it wasn't one I didn't hear much about it. Didn't know a whole lot about it. But I think it was like, oh, it's DreamWorks. And DreamWorks has had its ups and downs. I guess within, a certain amount of years, we could say. Um, but with that one, that was good. Bad Guys was really good. I tell you, you know what feels like a DreamWorks movie? Zootopia. That to me when I watch it, I'm like, this just feels like a DreamWorks film. I don't know if it's just the storyline, some of the dark tones to it or whatever. I don't know what about it. But does anybody else kind of feel that too, or is it just me? Zootopia 2's coming out. Definitely gonna have to watch that one. But yeah, Bad Guys 2. And the new Naked Gun. I'm glad that it's not like a remake, but it's, you know what I'm saying? The way they're doing it. Well, I mean, it is a remake. Well, no, it's not. Like, it's... Because it's not... You know how there's, like, the Naked Gun, and there's, like, Naked Gun, whatever, like, 2.5 and, like, 3.4 or whatever. Or, like, how the... Whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's, like... What? Oh. So it's, yeah, so it's not necessarily, like... Huh? I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna check out the Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. And then Freakier Friday. Me and my mom plan to see that one. And me and my brother are planning to see Weapons. So yeah. And then that movie Caught Stealing. Might see it. Not sure yet. It's kind of a questionable why I see that. Like what I go to the theater for it, or is that one that I'd wait? You know, maybe rent it, or see if it's on a streaming service or whatever, and just kind of see. Because it's intriguing. It's intriguing, but it's like I don't know. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones where, like, if somebody said, "Hey, I'm gonna go see this movie. You want to join?" I'd say, "Yeah, you know, I'll join." But I don't know if I'm gonna go out of my way to see it. You know, like Bad Guys 2, because I like the first one so much. It's like, yeah, I'll go out of my way to see it. Naked Gun, you know, kind of grew up with those movies. You know, would watch them with like my grandparents and stuff. So yeah, I want to watch them. You know, it's like Freakier Friday. It's just like, you know, it's a movie my mom kind of wants to see and whatever. And then, you know, it's not super often that me and my brother want to see the same movie, but we were kind of both like, oh, Weapons, you know, seems interesting. And I'm not a big horror movie guy, but I don't know, that just seems something about it. Something about that movie. Just, I don't know, it just seems interesting to me. Like, I'm very intrigued by it. So I guess next one's gonna be A, probably? Yep. I don't know, yeah, it's just, C? You think it's gonna be C? Oh, stop. Whoa. Oh, we did it, yay. Well, I don't know, something about that movie Weapons just, looks like it could be a good one. Maybe. I don't know, like I said, I'm not a big horror movie guy, but there's something about that movie that just looks like, I'm like, this really could be good, but I think I'm interested in the storyline. Like, I want to know what happens to all those kids that run out of their house at, like, what is it, 2:17 a.m. or whatever? I want to know what happens. Like, I'm curious. They advertised it, especially, like, the first trailer. Or, like, the first two trailers, one where the kid's, like, talking and stuff, was the first trailer I saw. And it's like, this is a true story. And it's really weird. Or whatever. Like, whatever the kid says. And, I'm, like, definitely curious about it. Like, ooh, like, what is, you know. Like, what's going on here? So yeah, hopefully those are, you know. Now I'd like to see, which I'll probably turn on tomorrow, is the Predator Killer of Killers, the animated. I think it's an HBO exclusive or something like that. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's like, yeah, I'll check that out, you know, see how that is. Trying to think what else is coming. That movie Roof Man. I'm gonna go see that. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave it at that. That just looks pretty good. Like, it looks like a movie that I'd like, so I'm gonna check that out. Ooh, you know, there's a Netflix animated movie coming out called Fixed. It's about some dogs or something. Looks kind of funny. Let's go there. I saw a little thing about it yesterday, and I was looking into it, and I thought, yeah, I'll check it out. You know, a lot of the little Netflix animated stuff isn't bad. Like, what's the America the Motion Picture? It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I've seen that one a couple of times. And then there's Mitchell's versus the Machines, which that is one they put on DVD. Ended up buying that one. Will I make it there? To that little place I marked? I don't know. I don't think so, so I might just, yeah, I'll just land over here. But, you know, Netflix, you know, sometimes, usually I would say one Netflix movie. Yeah, I would say usually one makes it to my list of, because I do like since 2020, I've been doing like a top 10 for each year. And, you know, it's just like a fun thing to do, and then also just to kind of show people and talk to people, and see what movies came out that year, and at one point, once I get to 2030, to just kind of print it and hang the chart or something, or get like a little plaque thing for it or something, I don't know, and just kind of be like, here's 10 years of movies kind of in between me being like you know, teenager and adult and stuff, and just, you know, between these, like, you know, ages, because how old was I in 2020? I would have been, was this 2025 and I'm 19, right? So I would have been, what, 15, 16, 17, 18. What would I would have been 15, 14, something like that. Or it was 16, 17, 18, 19. No, I would have been about 50. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you can kind of see, like, you know, because there's times I look at it and I don't change them. You know what I mean? Like, what I have in 2020 or 2021, I'm not going to change it. Even if I've seen other things I think are better. I'm just like, this is what how I felt then, and, you know. But it's just funny because you can kind of see a lot of similarities, but a couple little differences in my taste in movies, or like how I felt about certain movies at a time and stuff. So it's kind of funny, but I like it, you know what I mean? I like having that. Ooh, well, it's better than nothing. Got a decent loadout, I guess we'll... What's going on? Why is there... What's going on over here? Or anywhere, for that matter. Isn't Robin over here, or is he somewhere else? Isn't he over in, what is it, Metropolis, or whatever it's called, or Utopia City? Man, I wasn't even close. Monstrosity. Hello? Somebody's down there. Oh. Superman. Is that where he's coming in? No, he's way over there. What is going on? Because it's like somebody's talking. You see the little voice thing? How do I get down there? Wait, hold on. Nope, not Robin. That is okay. What? I've never done this. What? Did I not get up? Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. I think somebody's around, though. So I'll make sure I'm extra cautious. Huh. There's some commotion. Aha. Let's intervene a little bit. Alright. But yeah, hey, you know what, this year, honestly, it's been pretty good for movies and stuff, so. You know? Oh. They saw me. What am I doing? There we go. Where'd this person go? What? Wait. Woohoo! But yeah, a lot of good movies coming. Already some decent stuff coming. Or some good stuff came. Good stuff's coming. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. Yeah. That's pretty much my movie ramble for today, or for tonight. I guess I should say it is. Well, I guess you could say today. It's 12:29, but it's pretty much night. You know what I mean? I mean midnight. You know, so commotion. Oh. We see the scoundrel. Pretty far away, honestly. I mean, that's... Oh. I was about to say, I was like, that behind me? Is that the... Okay, buddy, alright. But what movies? I want to know. Like, you guys got any recommendations? Old stuff, new stuff. You know. Anything like that, or anything you just want to tell me? Let me know. Well, you know what movie I do want to see? What's it called? Emma Stone's gonna be in it. It hasn't come out yet. And it's like there's two guys. They're like, or like she's a boss of these two guys, and they really don't like their boss, and they end up like they kill her, but then it turns out like she's an alien or something, like I don't remember what it's called. It's like it's something that has to do with like the Queen of the Bees or something. It's like such of the bee, Bognia. I thought somebody was in that little building right there, so it made me a little nervous. But I don't know, it's something like that. I don't remember the title, but some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. If not, look up Emma Stone movie or new one or whatever. But she might, like, I don't know. It looks interesting because the trailer just looks good, except for them spoiling that she's like an alien or something. Because it was just, well, I guess then, like, would you have wanted to see it if it's about a movie about two guys that kill their boss? Maybe. But it's like at the end of the trailer, they're like, wait, it's like, I told you she was an alien. And then it's like, what would you do if your boss was like, or something? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like, huh? But yeah, definitely an intriguing. Somebody up there? No. Let's look around for movement. I think I almost blend in a little bit with this, like, if I got like to a certain area. Ooh, like right here. I feel like this is not a terrible place for Mr. Fantastic. For Reed Richards. Just kind of be. I tell you though, going back to Superman movie, loved Mr. Terrific. I think we all did though. I think he was definitely a class favorite. We'll put it that way. But he was just enjoyed him so much. Why is there something around me? Is it just like really is that like a new sensor so it really lets you know like, oh, I'm right there in case I get like really lost or something? I guess. I'm just, I don't know. Nah. I'm gonna get. Well, I don't want to just like stand in one area. I was hoping somebody might have been up here. I was wondering, I'm like, can that thing shoot a laser all the way over here? Pretty much just helping this guy out. Where's this guy at? You think he'll stand up? Oh. Whoop, whoop. Could you just... Hold on. Nope, I messed that up. Where's this guy at? Bro, are we serious? Come on, bro. It's such a bot name. It's not even a real... Like, what? That's whatever. I tell you though, I've never been such a high, like, this might be the highest level I've ever been. I don't know, I don't remember, to be honest with you. What am I, level 50 or 153 or something? Which I know, like, to some of y'all that ain't all that high, but 155. See, for me, that's pretty high, because I might get to, like, 106, 108, 110 maybe, but, like, 155, whoo! That's a big number for me, but anyway, I'll do it for tonight. Thank y'all for listening. Like I said, you know, feel free to comment about movies or whatever, and just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Maybe I'll do more of these if you like them. Just little film ramblings and stuff like that. So, yeah, but that'll do it. Love y'all. Have a good night, evening, day, whenever you're watching this. Just have a good one, and we'll see y'all soon.